Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. This is actually breaking. Some days back, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team were in very high spirit over the fact that they have given some considerations to the fact that if they could defend their arts right and defend their cause, by all means, Nnamdi Kanu may get bail. But as we speak, just few hours into the real deal where the legal battle will begin, things have changed. Federal government have changed a lot of things. Indeed, these guys need to get set for a real battle because Nnamdi Kanu is still not out of the cold yet. But before we go into the news proper to find out the latest on this ground of Nnamdi Kanu's trial, I'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you say bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go quickly to the news. Well, according to the news, the federal government on Monday today entered very fresh terrorism allegations against the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. That's the leader of Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu. FG, that's the federal government, in the amended process it filed before the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, increased the count in the initial charge it preferred against Kanu. The indigenous people of Biafran leader, who was hitherto facing a 7-count treasonable felony charges, will now enter his fresh plea to a 15-count amended charge marked FHC/ABJ/CR/383/2015, that's 2015, and signed by the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP MB Abubakar. The federal government amended the charge barely 24 hours to the scheduled commencement of hearing by trial justice, that's Ejiofor. I don't know how this will play, but let's continue with the news. The court had on December 2nd fixed Tuesday to hear some pending applications, including the one Kanu filed to be discharged and acquitted. Now, I don't know how this will play out. Let's look at this. Honestly, I don't pray be in Ifeanyi Ejiofor's seat right now because the seat is going to be a hot one. Now they are prepared. They've given them 3 days notice. Okay, they gave them adequate notice that okay, you're going to prepare for this, for your bail to be discharged and acquitted. They've already filed all the necessary documents to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is discharged and acquitted by the time they go into the legal battle. They're ready. They've done their documentations. In fact, they're ready to the teeth. If you've been listening to, if you've been feeling the pulse of Ifeanyi Ejiofor feelers from that camp, you notice that they are very ready. They've got a new person into their team, a senior advocate of Nigeria. They've looked at the pros and cons, the conditions, the possibilities, and the adverse effect, or what may likely be the fate of Nnamdi Kanu if things go bad. They have analyzed everything. They are sure. They've crossed their T's. They've dotted their I's. Only for them to get this road shock of pulling the carpet under their legs, whereby they are prepared for 7. Now it has increased to 15. No pre-information, nothing, just hours, barely 12 hours, barely. If you are counting the night hours, then you're looking at barely 10 hours into the whole thing. And now, how are they going to start, going through those 15 amended, 7 amended charges to 15? That's extra 8. My God, that they will need to begin to, expunge some, begin to counter. That means they have to go all through the night. Justice Ejiofor gave them they have 3 days to prove their worth. So they have 18, 19, 20. If they can get the arts right, Nnamdi Kanu may get to bail. But now they've increased it from 7 to 18. 7 to 15, which means they may need to start trashing each one after the other. Till, my God, honestly, when it comes to the issue of legal games, it's a different ball game. I wish them all the best of luck. Honestly, I really do wish them the best of luck. But the question now is, what is in those charges? Like Ifeanyi Ejiofor said at some point at the beginning, he said some of those charges are like he said that that Nnamdi Kanu called the president some funny names. He was like, is that one a charge? Constitutional, is that one a charge? And all that. But it may become tougher, knowing fully well also that just as they jubilated that there's a senior advocate of Nigeria, I'm sure the federal government have and the prosecuting team have actually heard that there's a legal luminary in their team. So it's not going to be beans or yums, quote unquote, to just come in and, wrap things around. This person we're going to find out in a moment who this legal luminary is that is already in the team of Nnamdi Kanu, his defense team. So that legal luminary who is a senior advocate of Nigeria will of course have the law at his fingertips and may also see some loopholes in the constitution that Nnamdi Kanu's team may capitalize on. So hence, at perseverance, they had to increase it because now you're not dealing with just a lawyer, dealing with a senior advocate of Nigeria who also have some things at his fingertips. So the game have changed and it's now a game of psychology and how to play around words. Now the challenge now, another challenge I'm perceiving is we do not know the content of the 15 count charges. Now, if it's heavy, if it is weighty, then of course, thank God they have a senior advocate of Nigeria in their midst who would probably go through it all through the night, all through the day also, and try to see how they can trash each count charge. Like this one is a case of it reminds me of games. This whole thing looks like a chess game. You have to think ahead. Federal government kept quiet. They did not say anything till hours into it, so that by the time they begin to, it's a case of catch me if you can. Now, they have 3 days to battle this, and it has become 15. So by the time they begin to trash 1, 2, 3, there will be 1 or 2 places that they will get hooked. This is honestly, and to think that hours ago, one Igbo diaspora think tank group had actually insisted that Nnamdi Kanu must face the full justice of the land. Honestly, sometimes there's some things I hear, I wonder. Even the Fulani headsmen, how many of them have they charged and put to behind bars? They have not. Unfortunately, that's where we have found ourselves in. But right now, everybody, all eyes are on deck. Everybody is waiting to hear the verdict. We wish them well. I also pray that it's not going to be a case of I pray that it's not going to be a case of they come in 5 minutes after they joined the case. They should allow this thing to flow. Let Nnamdi Kanu know his fate. They should allow this thing to flow so Nigerians will see how our judiciary system functions so perfectly. Let's put in our comment section what's your take on this. This is definitely a game changer. I don't know how this will play out, but we wish both parties all the best. Have a nice time. God bless you.